in South Australia. The start of the final decade of the 20th century, and with the 10 teams making up the SANFL, the time bomb had been ticking away for the past 4 years. Now, with more competition from the AFL and the onset of harder economic times, that time bomb was nearing the 0 hour that would bring the biggest changes to South Australian football this century. In February and March, as the pre-season Foundation Cup series got underway, the management of the 10 clubs believed that the hardest decisions for the year were behind them. Now it was time to do what they most wanted: play the game. As Port Adelaide ran out onto Football Park, there were strong rumours of South Australian clubs talking to the AFL. The biggest rumours centred on Port Adelaide wanting to partake in the national competition in 1991. The storm that had been building was about to be unleashed. In the lead-up to round 15, it was revealed that Port Adelaide was the club negotiating to join the AFL as that competition's 15th team. The shockwaves from this decision, no matter what the outcome, would change the SANFL forever. The on-field competition. The question of South Australia entering the AFL was being raised again. This time, the league would again say that a licence fee to join could not be considered and that the SANFL would not join before 1993. Round 6 began with Glenelg and Norwood at Football Park. The drama over Port's AFL bid took a new turn when Glenelg took court action against Port Adelaide. In the same week, the SANFL launched a campaign to join the AFL with a composite South Australian team. Glenelg got off to a ruthless start against. As a result of the Port Adelaide AFL drama and the strong possibility of there being a South Australian team in the AFL in 1991, the West Torrens and Woodville football clubs announced plans to amalgamate at the end of the 1990 season. Both teams were struggling to make financial headway and felt that with leaner times to come, now was the time to look to the future in a move that was endorsed by the members of both clubs. In round 19, the second semi-final, and the Port Adelaide Football Club's dream of joining the AFL had been given a severe jolt when the AFL clubs voted for a composite SANFL team to join the national competition. Port Adelaide and Glenelg had been locked in a legal battle over the AFL issue, and feelings were running high going into this final. The winner would advance to the grand final with the decided. The 1990 grand final was the end of an era. The SANFL was being changed as never before. The look of the local competition would have to change, with teams merging and the new Adelaide team entering the AFL. This was an historic grand final. It had an edge to it that hadn't been seen in recent years, but more importantly, it was Glenelg against Port Adelaide.
That's the bounce. It's going to be Melican against Johnson. Stephen fence. Wanganeen, he's dragged off the football, and that's a bad mistake once again by the Tigers.
These two sides have met on 3 occasions this season. Glenelg have won 2 of those matches, the biggest margin by 24 points. Round 3 at Football Park that took place. But the Magpies, they are a tenacious outfit as the siren sounds. Glenelg have won. The Magpies victorious. Port Adelaide 16-12, 108. Glenelg 15-15, 93.
You've enjoyed it. You've really loved it, mate. 3 in a row, that's tremendous. This is the best ever.
The 1990 season will be remembered as Port Adelaide's triumph against adversity. It was Port Adelaide's bid to join the AFL that had created divisions and brought about the biggest ever changes to the SANFL. Port Adelaide's bold plan may have failed, but on the field, the Magpies' 15-point grand final victory showed that they were the best team in the SANFL in season 1990.